one of my favorite Polish-American organizations, and definitely one with the best acronym, is PAPA, Polish-American Police Association. We're going to talk about them, their history, and the activities that they do in the community, and we have a perfect guest to talk about that, Dan Szczesny. Dan is the Communications Director at PAPA. Dan, thank you so much for taking your time.
Thank you for inviting us.
That's a pleasure. Honestly, I have to start with some housekeeping questions.
Sure.
So Dan Szczesny, your name says it all, but I have to ask, how Polish are you?
50%. I'm
50%.
100% on my dad's side. On the paternal grandfather side, I'm fifth generation, and on the maternal grandmother's side, fourth generation.
But still very proud Polish American.
Very proud, yes. And just a little bit of personal history. I mean, my father passed away when he was very young. He was 49, I was 19, and he was the youngest of 7. And finding Papa, I found Papa not long after that. It really helped me tie back into my Polish roots, because a lot of that was unfortunately lost when my father passed. And when you're younger, you don't take as much time to appreciate that stuff. So Papa's been really formative for me as a Polish American.
And I think it's a place where a lot of connections can be made. We'll circle back to that.
Yes.
Growing up, have you ever dreamed about becoming a police officer?
So it's very common, I think, that most guys who are cops, they dream of it their entire lives.
We all play cops. We want to be. We look up to people in uniform.
Absolutely. For me in particular, it was something I thought about from time to time, and it's something I thought I'd be good at. And public service is really important in our family. My father was in the U.S. Marine Corps, left as a Lance Corporal, and my grandfather on my mom's side, who's not Polish, but he retired as a colonel in the Army. He fought in World War II in Korea. He landed at Iwo Jima. So public service has always been very important to me, so it's something I was open to. I'm also an attorney, and my goal initially was to become an attorney first. It worked out the other way, where I became a police officer first, then I went to law school while I was working. But the value of good public service cannot be understated, and that's what drew me to the profession, and I'm very proud of being a part of it now.
I think you're still in active service?
Yes. I'm approaching 9+ years of service at this point. So, yeah.
So the citizens of which town near Chicago can see you in a cruiser?
Countryside. I work for the city of Countryside on the near southwest side. It's a great community of about 6,000 people, a lot of retail, and they support the police very much there. So it's a very, very great community to work in. I feel very blessed to be there.
Awesome. So let's talk about PAPA, Polish-American Police Association. How big is that organization actually? Great
question. Right now we're in the process of getting our member renewals in. We're over 400 active members. I anticipate that number to go probably to over 500 this year, maybe even push 6. Members come from 20 different states, 2 countries. We have members in Poland, members of the Polish National Police, and it's a great organization, and it's growing. I mean, we've added members every year, and we continue to do so. And our members span from local law enforcement agencies like myself, to state agencies, to federal agencies, to obviously even international law enforcement groups. So we have a very diverse cast of law enforcement members.
One of the things that obviously people notice is your cruiser.
Yes.
The one that is present at every other, if not every, Polish-American event. The Polish Parade is one that prominently features PAPA. Let's talk about your presence with the community. What activities do you do to stay close to Polish Americans?
Absolutely. I mean, our number one activity is the upcoming May 1st banquet, which I know we're going to talk about here today. That's I think our biggest and most notable contribution to Polonia and traditions. But we have it's a very family-friendly organization. It's a very great organization for young people, and I want to just touch back briefly on the membership question, because we are not just law enforcement members. We have an associate membership available, and that's for non-law enforcement individuals.
So you don't have to be a police officer or have track record in the police?
You do not, no. And something I really want to highlight for the viewers is, if you're a young person who want to break into the law enforcement community, Joining our organization as an associate member gives you an excellent opportunity to network with very high-ranking officials in a lot of different police departments. I mean, we have chiefs, deputy chiefs, commanders, county sheriffs that are elected. We have a variety of very high-ranking members that it's no secret right now, recruiting in law enforcement, it's difficult. There's a lot of jobs and not enough qualified candidates. So joining an organization like PAPA, which is very long-standing and has a very strong reputation, it really can set you apart in terms of that hiring process. So
I'll circle back to that because I think that a lot of young Polish Americans aspire to a career in law enforcement. Even in modern day circumstances, it's still something that people look up to. It's still one of the more desired career paths. So I'll ask you for some advice about where to start and where to go to be successful in that field. But tell me about that cruiser. Where do we see that?
Oh gosh, the PAPA cruiser is everywhere. It has its own Facebook page, the Polish American Police Polish American Police Association car. We love bringing it to events. In a couple days, we're actually going to be escorting, I believe, some dignitaries down to Springfield for a Polish lobbying day.
April 29th.
Yes, that's April 29th, and hopefully this isn't a spoiler and President Sager doesn't get mad at me, but we're going to have new decals on the car.
Oh, that's great.
So it'll be freshly wrapped. It's going to look very sharp. We've seen what it's going to look like, and it's going to look awesome. But yeah, the parade. We escort a lot of funerals, things of that nature. If go to car shows. And so if you're a member of a Polish organization and you would like us to be present, reach out to us on Facebook via our website, which is www.polandpolice.org, and request us. And if we're available, we're happy to bring the car to your organization. And I have some notes here because I don't want to leave anybody out, but something we're really proud of is our scholarship program. So you do have to be a member to apply, but over the last 10 years, we've given out over $60,000 in scholarships to trade schools, secondary education, traditional universities, high school, grade school. So we really want to foster education because that's something that can never be taken away from a person once they've achieved it. We're very proud to support a lot of Polish organizations. We support a lot of the local Polish Highlanders clubs with their picnics. United Colors of Pink, which was our Polish organization. Yes, which was our Polish Organization of the Year award last year. You Can Be My Angel Foundation. As I said, the Advocate Society, the Polish American Judges, the Legion of Young Polish Women. We support them very strongly. We do a Toys for Tots drive every December, to get kids presents. We also collaborate with the St. Michael the Archangel Police Council, which is the first Knights of Columbus Police Council in the entire world was founded here in Chicago. So we collaborate with them to support the Blair House, which is a house for children with special needs and developmental disabilities. So we bring presents there every December. So we're very, very proud of our contributions to the community. We want people to know about that, and we want people to join us in those efforts.
That scholarship information is extremely important. Where do we find more information? On the PAPA website?
On the website, yes. And again, if you have any questions about it, feel free to fill out the contact form, send a message to the Facebook page. Those scholarships are awarded every December at our Christmas party. So if you're interested in getting involved in that, you have to be a member in good standing. And there's some application criteria.
Absolutely.
But there's plenty of time for you to get involved in the organization now if that's something that's of interest or event.
You mentioned the flagship event, the May 1st Banquet, Polish American Police Association Awards Banquet. This is an event that is embedded already very deeply into the calendar of pre-parade events. Let's talk about that event for a second. What can we expect? What is the tradition? What is the program?
Absolutely. It is a very formal and well-attended event. We're anticipating 500 to 600 this year, which will be our largest yet. In terms of the program, we have a presentation of the colors with an honor guard, a full honor guard presenting those colors. We'll have bagpipes and drums playing, of course, yes, and both the Polish national anthem and the American national anthem. Our president will address our members, or those in attendance, I should say, And we're going to be swearing in our board because we were just reelected to 2-year terms. So there'll be swearing in done by Appellate Court Justice Aurelia Paczynski, who has sworn us in for the 10 plus years that I've been around the organization. So I also clerked for Aurelia when I was in law school. So Justice Paczynski, I should say. So big fan, and we're always so glad that she can be there. And then, of course, the awards, which is my favorite part, and that's what I'm responsible for in terms of the program. We give out a variety of awards, some for Law Enforcement Persons of the Year. We give out a Polish Organization Award for a Polish organization that's doing positive works and has a strong reputation in the community. We award a Civilian of the Year award, which this year is going to be given to the Polish Consul General of Chicago, yes, and Public Official of the Year award, which we're going to be giving to Alderman Chico and Alderman Lopez for their support of law enforcement. So, and both of those aldermen are members of the organization as well. So,
you mentioned that you focus a lot on young people when you give out those awards. That's by design. That's a very conscious decision the organization made this year.
yes.
Please elaborate on that.
Absolutely. You know, we are a very long-standing organization, and we have a very strong membership base, but we really want to attract young people to our organization. That's how you guarantee the success and the continuation of the organization. So this year, our awardees come from, I believe, 6 or 7 different agencies. We've got Chicago Police Department will be represented, Joliet PD, Norridge, Des Plaines, Oak Brook,
And Mount Prospect.
and Mount Prospect as well, yes. And all of these officers are young officers who are, you know, in the first leg of their career, and they've distinguished themselves either by saving a life in, you know, harrowing circumstances, closing, you know, major cases with violent offenders. And so we really want young people to see, we want you in this organization, we want to recognize your achievements, and we want to celebrate you. And we want to celebrate Polish culture and heritage while we're doing all of that. So
that event is very much attended not by just police officers, not just by the members, but also people who have law enforcement in their hearts. There's a lot of people from the judiciary branch also. Who can we meet at the Papa Banquet?
Great question. And I mean, there's going to be aldermen there, aldermen besides the ones that we're giving our awards to, you know, high-ranking officials within the Chicago Police Department. We've had, you know, chiefs of different divisions there before. Last year, Superintendent Snelling joined us. He was unavailable this year, unfortunately, but, you know, as you said, we've had Illinois Supreme Court justices attend. We have appellate court justices. We have a very close relationship with both the Advocates Society, which is the Polish Bar Association, as you know, and also the Polish American Judges Association. So, you know, it's a very diverse cast. The Polish Contractors Association comes. I mean, we have an enormous amount of support throughout Polonia. So, you know, it's a great opportunity for people who, as you said, have law enforcement in their hearts or of a law enforcement background. It's also a great opportunity for networking and business development, even if you're a professional in another field. So
that is 100% true. I've been there. I saw that. that is an amazing event, and the tickets are still available. And this is also very important. This is one of your major, if not the major, fundraiser. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. And tickets are available through April 24th. So if you'd like to visit our website or go on our Facebook page, Polish American Police Association. We're also on Instagram. You can reach out there. We're happy to supply you with the ticket forms and methods of payment. And we'd love to have you. And I also want to add one thing about the banquet is we publish an ad book every year, and there are usually extra copies which we then distribute through the Polish community at local Polish grocers or you know, other Polish businesses. And that's a great opportunity to get your business, you know, advertised to, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of Polish Americans in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah, so let's make another appeal to all the, especially Polish American business owners, to support Polish American Police Association by placing one of those ads. So we told you that the event is on May 1st. Cocktails start at what, 6 o'clock?
6 p.m. and then we'll begin the program at 7 p.m. We have live music always throughout the meal, And then I believe this year we're going to have a DJ taking over.
So there's going to be some dancing after the awards are given.
Always dancing.
Beautiful.
Yes, always dancing. It's like Vice President Mogzarna, Grace Mogzarna, she's a Cook County Sheriff. She describes it as a big Polish wedding. And it's very...
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Allegra Banquets, ladies and gentlemen, May 1st, be there at 6 o'clock. And for tickets, visit polandpolice.org. So, how does the life of a police officer look like?
Well, I think it depends a lot on where you work, right? I mean, different communities have different problems, or some have less problems. And you know, I'm a newer husband and a newer father, and in the context of policing as a part of a family, you know, it can be challenging. I remember how scared my wife was with me going back to work after our daughter was born, because you never know what may happen, right? No matter where you work, if you're in the nicest community or you're in a not great district of Chicago, anything can happen at any time. So you just have to be prepared to deal with the unknown, and you know, that's what training and experience will give you over time.
Is that a profession that you need to have a calling?
That's a very good question. I do think you need to be called, in a sense, to do it, because it's a unique profession, and a lot of people can do it and be successful. A lot of people with different personality types, but you have to be decisive, and you have to be unafraid to make, you know, decisions that can be life and death in instances. So I do think it is something you're called to.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I, as a citizen, expect is a strong foundation, core values. If I look at a police officer, I want to make sure that he or she has a strong foundations, strong values, that everything else is built upon. And is it true that once you're a police officer, you're always a police officer? There are no off-duty moments? you always think that you have a mission to fulfill?
Yes, certainly. That's how it should be, right? I mean, you swear an oath to the public to serve and protect, and that's our goal. And you know, it's a tremendous honor, and there are, unfortunately, it's the bad apples that make the news, but there are more good apples than bad, and that's why we have an awards banquet where we're giving out Law Enforcement of the Year awards. I mean, that we want to recognize the achievement of officers who do the right thing consistently.
You're 100%. The overwhelming majority of a police force are extremely important people, valuable people. I cannot even imagine how our society would look like without a strong foundation and the support of a police force.
Absolutely, and something we're very proud of at PAPA is our mission statement, and we use the PAPA acronym for our mission statement, which is to promote Polish culture and heritage within the community, to advocate for Poles, for law enforcement officers, for anyone who fits within our organization, professionalism. We want to be professional in all that we do, and carry a strong reputation for our agency, for our family, for our culture, for our heritage. And then accountability. We want to be accountable to the public and build trust in the communities that we serve. So we're very proud of our mission statement. It's something that our entire board seeks to live out and exemplify in the organization, and our members certainly follow suit. We're very proud.
We are very proud as a community of the work that you do. We promised our listeners, our viewers, some words of advice for young people who are just contemplating different paths of career, and it's tempting for a lot of them to join the police force. What kind of advice would you give them?
Number one, join PAPA. Number one, join PAPA and come to our meetings. We meet twice a month. We have a South Side chapter and a North Side chapter. Our South Side chapter meets at the VFW in Oak Lawn. Our North Side chapter meets at the Jolly Inn, which a lot of people I'm sure listening know very well. So we have twice a month meetings. Other than in the summer, we consolidate to one meeting at the Chicago FOP Hall, Lodge 7, which is 1412 West Washington, so near the Loop. So my first piece of advice would be a selfless plug to join PAPA. My next piece of advice would be if you're curious about law enforcement, seek out whether it's your local police department where you live or an agency that you might be interested in working in, and do a ride-along. Police departments will welcome ride-alongs. Of course, you're going to have to pass a background check, but you know, as long as you're qualified and able, they're happy to put you in that passenger seat and let an officer, show you what it's like. So I would strongly recommend that as another step to take.
Wow, that would be an interesting adventure.
If you want to come do a ride along with me, we can try to set it up.
I'll think about that. That's extremely tempting. The Polish community, I know for a fact, supports law enforcement. We really see value in it. But we went through some long stretches of these defund the police calls, and I feel that some of the support was gone from some parts of the community. Did you feel that? How difficult it was to serve through those times?
So we were talking before we began recording, and as you know, I'm an attorney as well. So I took kind of a regular career path. I was a police officer. I went to law school. I got my law degree, and then I got out to practice law. So during the defund the police movement around the George Floyd death, I was actually practicing law. So I was out of the profession at the time.
You did not experience that firsthand.
Which, yes, I mean, and probably a blessing, because I mean that's hard, right? To characterize so broadly police officers in general because of the acts of a few bad apples, like we talked about earlier. So I know it was difficult for my brothers and sisters still in the profession. I was on the board of PAPA at that time, so it wasn't like I was totally removed. But it's interesting because you talk to veteran police officers, law enforcement officers, some of whom, not as many now, but began their career before 9/11.
Yeah.
And when September 11th happened, these guys said we were venerated, right?
Exactly.
Law enforcement was venerated, and then you look.
What happened 20 years later?
Correct. Yes. So, I think the pendulum swings on these things, and we've swung one way, and hopefully we're swinging back, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. Because down deep, I'm going to say, I said it a few times already, I'm going to say it again. We need police officers as a society, as individuals. Without you, without your work, without the risks that you're taking and work that you do, our society would not be able to function. So
Yes.
thank you for your daily sacrifices. I'm super happy to celebrate with you another year of wonderful activities.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to seeing that Papa Cruiser, anywhere we go, because that's a visible sign of your connection with the Polish community.
Absolutely. People
People say that Polish-American organizations are in crisis. Well, look at Polish-American Police Association, and you'll see that that's not the case, at least not always. You're thriving, you're more active, I think, than ever. As you said, 500-600 people will attend this banquet. I hope that you will be one of these attendees. Don, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, very much appreciate everything that you do. All the best to you and to all the members of Polish-American Police Association.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. President Say just thanked you as well. So,
Thank you so
yes,
much.
very good.